James Worley guides a boat on the Osage River in Missouri to the wetlands of a designated hunting area. He's looking for the most locally sourced meal there is.
Waterfowling is a very old tradition. Hunting today is very similar to hunting a long time ago. The methods have changed a little bit, but the ducks are still the ducks. The marsh is still the marsh.
Worley's aim is to provide a program to get people thinking about locally sourced food on a whole other level. This is his brainchild as the education specialist at the Missouri Department of Conservation, and it's called Field to Fork.
A lot of people are feeling a large disconnect right now between their land, their region, and what comes out on a plate. And I think it's maybe even more important than what James realizes he's doing. And I hope it continues for a really, really long time because it's new, it's fresh, and it's helping people understand, hey, I live here, I can eat what grows here, what lives here too.
Every step tries to suck your boots off. Oh. I hear that. I heard a drake mallard somewhere. Here he is. Oh, bird. Parks in here on the sidewalk.
Like the Charlie Parker of the duck.
Worley's an experienced hunter. He said that his idea for the Field to Fork dressing and cooking education classes stems from his desire to share his knowledge with other people.
So we've got a mallard duck. This is a drake, and this is a hen. Then I have a gadwall here, and so just show you a little variety of birds. Plucking a duck's pretty simple. It just takes a little bit of work. You just use your thumb and your forefingers. Just work your way around the bird, grabbing handfuls. All right, so we've got a wishbone up here, and then we've got the main breastbone goes down the middle. You take and just make an incision down the breastbone. Again, a really sharp, thin, pointed fillet knife works best to get the most meat out. So you can see the duck has very dark meat, very similar to beef.
Worley says the hunting tradition is unfamiliar to many of his urban friends, so he's recruited chefs and butchers to help him on this new venture. These local chefs are here to enhance the reputation of wild game. They're cooking Worley's duck and presenting it to a group of some 30 curious eaters who've gathered to taste dishes like pan-seared duck breast, duck scrapple, and duck confit.
What James has presented with Field to Fork is kind of like the missing link in current cuisine.
And for some chefs, this is their first experience cooking wild game. Chef Alex Pope, owner of the Local Pig, a butcher shop that features locally raised animals, said he immediately noticed big differences between domesticated ducks and wild ducks.
People are generally concerned that wild game is going to be gamey. A lot of people aren't used to it because it's just not something you get your hands on unless you're from a community that goes and hunts. I personally never have been, so it's been interesting to get into it and try it out.
Chef Mickey Priolo of Soil Collective said a chance to work with wild game has been inspiring for him on a number of levels.
Not only would I like to try hunting, but I'd like to try breaking down the animals as well, you know, and understanding that aspect. And I think I'd like to go hunting with James. I feel like he'd be a good guy.
Priolo's business partner, Chef Rick Mullins of Soil Collective, said the event goes hand in hand with their ideas about eating locally sourced foods.
It's kind of critical that we understand what the land is giving to us, and not only that, it's just kind of staying true to the roots of where we're at. There's so much available, so much overlooked.
In its first year, the Field to Fork program has proven to be a popular one, with events selling out quickly.
You know, this year, a lot of great chefs have signed up, but I think next year, chefs are going to be like fighting to sign up. You know, I think it was kind of easy to get in this year. You know, people were kind of standing back like, I don't know how to cook wild game, but you kind of have to just give into it and like learn a new thing.
Pope said that he believes that attitudes towards food are changing rapidly.
It's been very nice to watch people be comfortable with their food. And you know, it's one thing to be comfortable with a carrot, but comfortable with meat is another thing for a lot of people.
Worley said he expected at least a little resistance when he introduced the program this fall.
Definitely surprised that no one has ran out screaming. I figured somebody would just gross out and leave, but everybody's really been open-minded and I think genuinely interested in learning. It's a true connection. I think everybody really wants to experience that connection and get close to their food.
Field to Fork participant Brian Thompson said, before tonight, he was not a fan of the taste of duck.
The food was amazing. Who knew? You know, it never tasted like that when I was young.
And Jan Lee agreed.
This was all very flavorful and tender and juicy without being livery. So this was a game changer tonight for as far as waterfowl goes and my taste buds.
Mullins said for him, it was all about getting a better understanding of the food we eat.
Eating wild game and seeing that process will bring you a little bit closer to understanding what you're putting in your body.
Priolo said he believes James Worley has started an interesting trend, one that he hopes will continue.
I think it's important to recognize too that what he's doing with the Field to Fork is helping redefine what Midwestern cuisine is.